We are back on the Blackstone today. I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, and doing their part. So today, when you quarantine, you kind of find this in the freezer, just little bits of this, that, and the other. We found different things, decided we'd try to put a dish together. Didn't really know what to call it, so we put it out there on Facebook and got a few responses, and I think we're gonna call this thing the loaded southern potatoes. Cause yeah, they're good. Cooked it for the family last week and they really loved it. So we figured we'd share it with y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're doing safe. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's get to cooking. All right, now you can't make loaded southern potatoes, well, without potatoes. So what we have here is we have some potatoes that we just kind of quartered up, sliced kind of thin. You can slice them as thin as you want, quarter them up, dice them up however you want to do. Got some bacon, about a half a pack of bacon, some thick hickory sliced bacon. Got some smoked sausage here, about a pound of it. Got a yellow onion here and got some bell peppers. Now, use as much of whatever you want. As far as the topping goes, we got some Colby Monterey Jack cheese. Use whatever kind of cheese you like. This right here, what you see before you, will make a great dish and a very filling dish. Okay, Blackstone's hot. It's time to get some stuff on here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this side down to about a medium low. Turn these two burners down over here to low. And get some oil for the taters. Just dump taters on there. Get them spread out, get them to cooking. Now, one thing I like to do with my potatoes when I cook them on the griddle is I put oil down underneath them, but I like to give them a good squirt of oil on them. And just kind of mix them up. As you can see, my griddle's kind of leaning back a little bit. I need to level it up. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is we're actually going to be using a seasoning, a whiskey burger, the Blackstone whiskey burger seasoning. This right here, man, it is delicious. The whole family just loves this stuff. It's great on burgers, it really is. But in this dish, it really sets it off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some of these potatoes. And as you're going to see, we're going to use a good bit of it in this recipe, honestly. So once we got some on there, we're just going to give it a good mix. Probably hit a little bit more seasoning and let these taters cook for just a little bit. And then we're going to cover them up in a dome. We got one getting away over here. So while the potatoes are cooking just a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and add our smoked sausage on here and just get kind of a good sear and get them to cooking. Let's get those on here. A little oil down here. Now remember, we have this side here on low. We don't want to cook too fast. We just want to get a good sear on here. All right, these potatoes have been going for a couple minutes now. Give them a quick little stir. If you can see it on the taters or not, they start to get a little fry look to them, a little char on there. That's kind of what we're looking for here. So I'll get back here. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna take our dome. Man, I'll tell you what, I had made some domes for the griddle, but I'm gonna tell you, it just didn't compare. So I went out and I bought this Blackstone dome, and I'm really, really loving this thing. You take some water, and just kind of squirt up under there and let them taters cook. Go ahead and stir this up a bit. Oh yeah, look at that sausage there, would you? Wow, buddy. Yeah, buddy, that's some good looking stuff there. Now, I know we added some seasoning to the potatoes. We're gonna add some to this sausage also. Because I'm telling you, that's some good stuff. All right, these potatoes have been going for about 2 or 3 minutes under this cover. Let's take them off and take a look at them. Oh yeah. Give them a good stir. Now the thing about these potatoes here are, some people like them crunchy, some like them mushy, some like them in between. Cook them where you want. The way we're gonna do it is they're gonna be soft, but not like mashed potato soft. More like a baked potato soft. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little more seasoning to them. I know it looks like a lot, but I'll tell you what. Once you add all these flavors in here together, and all this little seasoning, the seasoning will not be overpowering, but it'll be just right. But season it to your taste. What I'll do is I'll take a little tater every now and then, take a taste of it, see how it is. See if I can taste the seasoning, see if the seasoning is strong enough for me. So get the seasoning the way you want it. So what I'm gonna do now is these sausages are pretty much done, as you can see. So I'm gonna cut this far right burner off, because it'll stay warm. That's gonna push all the sausage over here to the corner. Just let it stay warm over here. Let it do its thing. Take our dome, cover it back up, and cook some more. Now while that's going, let's go ahead and get this bacon on here. Then we're gonna throw the peppers and the onions in the bacon grease to cook. Let's get that done. Now what we did is went ahead and just cut this bacon up. I'm just gonna fry it up now. Because I'm gonna tell you what, this dish is really good, but you add bacon to it, you really made it good. Because the answer to almost any question is bacon. What you want for supper? Bacon. What you want for breakfast? Bacon. What you want for lunch? Bacon. What about dessert? Bacon. Where's learn at school? Bacon. Let's check on the taters. Ooh, smells good. Smells good. I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, buddy. Y'all look at them taters right there. Them got some good looking taters. They're starting to get a little soft, as you can see. I can cut them fairly easy without putting a lot of pressure, but they're not quite where I want them yet. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and try one of them. See if the seasoning is like I like it. Let it cool off first, it's hot. Put this bacon around. So the good thing about this recipe is it's not you add this much of this much of this. Add it like you like it. That's the cool thing about this recipe. You know, if you want a whole pound of bacon in it, hey, it's yours, do it. You know, if you want 10 potatoes in it, it's yours. Do what you want. Let's try this potato out. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that's some good stuff. Needs just a little bit more of it. That's gonna be right. Give it a good stir. Now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put the dome back over them, but we're not gonna add water to it. We're just gonna let them sit there and cook. Let's stir up this bacon a little bit here. It's about done. Won't be much longer on it. All right, this bacon is done to our liking. We're gonna slide it over here to the cool side of the griddle. Now it's time to add the peppers and onions up here. Put some onions down here in this bacon grease. And these peppers back here. I tell you what, that's pretty right there. Let's check these taters. Oh yeah. Y'all see how this meal is starting to come together now? Oh, them taters are getting nice and look at there. Not really crunchy anymore. They're just a little soft, like a baked potato. That's the consistency we're looking for right there. That's about what we're looking for right there. So we'll just leave them sitting there. Move our dome out the way. And give these a good stir. Now with these onions and peppers, especially the onions, I am not trying to get them, caramelized. I'm just trying to get them just cooked down a little bit and kind of soft. I guess some people call it translucent. While them are cooking, just kind of give everything a little stir. Keep it going over here. Now what's really gonna make these peppers and onions good is I cooked them in the bacon grease. Okay. The potatoes, the sausage, the bacon, the peppers, the onions, man, all this is done just like we want them. As you see, the onions ain't really, they're not caramelized, but they are good and soft. These peppers, got a good char on them. They're getting kind of soft, not mushy, just like I want them. The sausage, got a good char on it. They're done. Bacon, look at that. Bacon, 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 bacon. These potatoes, see if I can show you here. They're not crunchy, but they're not mushy, mushy soft. Just like we want it. So let's go ahead and start putting this thing together. So what I'm gonna do is, now that everything is done, we're just gonna bring it all together. Make one big mess. Uh-oh. It's gonna make one big mess out of this. A beautiful mess. Take it now and just stir it up. This is almost gonna be like a casserole. I guess you could make this into a casserole. Get it all stirred up good. Everything mixed in together. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a little bit more seasoning to it. Kind of get it all mixed together. I don't know about y'all, but honestly, that looks pretty good to me right there. But we're not done. So what we'll do now, slide this over. We're gonna keep the griddle on. We'll grab a cast iron serving tray. Just load it up. Might have too much for the tray. Ah, we're gonna get it on there. Let me turn this around, see. What y'all think of that? Let's see if y'all can see that. Oh yeah, that looks good to me. But we are not done with this. Because now we have to add the cheese. Cheese, please. So what we'll do is we'll just cover this whole thing in cheese. Now, we like a lot of cheese on it. So we're gonna cover this thing up. Get it nice and cheesy. Cheesy, cheesy. When I say a lot of cheese, I like a lot of cheese. Uh-oh. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn this outside burner up. These two burners on this side up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this lid down, throw some water in here, and let the steam do some cooking. Melt this cheese down. Some water in there, and let's steam this thing. Let it go for about a minute or two. Then we'll check it. If it's where we want it, it's gonna be time to eat. All right, it's been 2 or 3 minutes. Let's give it a look. Ooh, boy. Ooh. I don't even know what to say about that. Some of it ain't quite as melted as I want. We're gonna close it. We're gonna steam it some more. Let's check on this cheese. That's what I'm looking for right there. That. Get some of this fried cheese off here, back here in the back. Clean it up. Because you know I have to have a picture of this. Y'all look at that. Can y'all see that? Let me see if y'all can see that. Oh yeah, y'all can see that. What you think about that? That is a meal. The taters, the sausage, the onions, the bell peppers, all that seasoning, and all that cheese. This is gonna be some good eating. Yeah, buddy, we gotta dig into it. Let me go find one of the crazy kids. Y'all check it out. Michael showed up, didn't you, Michael? Mm-hmm. You loved this last time you had it, didn't you? Okay, well, I hope it's just as good as this time. It looks good, don't it? You wanna try some out? Let's try this out. All right, man, let's plate you up some here. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like a casserole. Oh, wow, yes. Yes. Is that enough, Michael? It is. For starters. All right, well, here's you a plate. Let me get me a plate. We're gonna try. We're gonna see if we made something good.
It's hot.
It's hot. Look at that cheese. Stringy cheese. Get some potatoes and onions on here. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's it right there. That is it. And I'm gonna tell you, that whiskey burger seasoning, that really tops it off, don't it, Michael? That's some good stuff. We love that stuff on hamburgers. Figured we'd give it a try on this recipe, and it's really turned out good. But them peppers, them onions, them potatoes, it's all cooked just perfectly. You know, the sausage and the bacon just all comes together. This is a meal I think you or your family or all of you will love. Give it a try. Hey, you can add more to it. Let me know in the comments down below what you might want to add to this or what you do different. And we're going to finish this, ain't we? Probably that whole thing. And we'll see you next time. But before we leave, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment down below. Michael sure would appreciate it. See you next time.